Fellow gardeners, if you're still letting your cucumber vines sprawl across the ground like green carpets, you're literally leaving half your harvest on the table. The secret to doubling your cucumber production isn't found in expensive fertilizers or complicated growing systems. It's as simple as getting your plants to reach for the sky. When you train cucumbers to grow vertically on a trellis system, you're not just saving space, you're creating the perfect growing environment that addresses every major challenge these vigorous vines face. Ground-grown cucumbers suffer from a host of problems that vertical growing eliminates entirely. Poor air circulation around sprawling vines creates the humid, stagnant conditions that fungal diseases love. Fruits lying on damp soil develop rot, attract slugs, and often become misshapen or bitter. Meanwhile, the lower leaves of horizontal plants stay shaded and wet, becoming breeding grounds for powdery mildew and downy mildew that can devastate your entire crop. When you move your cucumbers skyward, you're working with their natural climbing instincts. Cucumbers are actually vining plants that want to climb, equipped with tendrils specifically designed to grab onto supports. In their native habitat, they would naturally scramble up trees and shrubs, so a trellis system simply mimics what nature intended. Vertical growth transforms your cucumber plants into efficient photosynthesis machines. Every leaf gets maximum exposure to sunlight throughout the day, rather than being buried under layers of foliage. This increased light exposure directly translates to more energy production, which means more flowers and ultimately more fruit. The improved air circulation around vertically trained vines keeps leaf surfaces dry, dramatically reducing fungal problems that can cut your harvest short. The root system benefits tremendously from vertical growing as well. Instead of spreading energy across many horizontal runners, the plant can focus its resources on developing a strong central stem with productive lateral branches. This concentrated growth pattern results in more flowering nodes per plant, and since each flowering node has the potential to produce fruit, you're looking at a significant increase in your total harvest. The foundation of your doubled harvest starts with choosing the right support structure. A simple trellis doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Even a basic setup of sturdy posts with wire mesh or netting stretched between them will work wonders. The key is ensuring your structure can handle the weight of fully loaded vines, as a productive cucumber plant can easily produce 20 to 30 pounds of fruit over the season. Position your trellis to run north to south if possible, allowing both sides of your plants to receive equal sunlight throughout the day. The trellis should be at least 6 feet tall, as healthy cucumber vines can easily reach 8 to 10 feet in length. Install your support system before planting, as trying to add trellises around established plants often damages roots and disrupts growth. Go ahead and plant your cucumber seeds or transplants about 6 inches away from the base of the trellis. This gives the young plants room to establish without being crowded against the support structure, while still being close enough for easy training as they grow. Space plants 12 to 18 inches apart along the trellis, much closer than you would for ground-grown cucumbers, since vertical plants don't compete for horizontal space. The magic happens in how you train your vines from the very beginning. Start guiding your cucumber plants toward the trellis when they're just 4 to 6 inches tall. Gently weave the main stem through the support structure, securing it loosely with soft plant ties or strips of cloth. Never use wire or hard materials that can cut into the tender stems as they grow and thicken. As your plants climb, continue training them weekly, always working in the same direction to prevent tangling. Remove the lower leaves that touch the ground to improve air circulation and prevent soil-borne diseases from splashing up onto the plant. Focus on training the main stem upward while allowing lateral branches to spread horizontally along the trellis. These side shoots are where most of your fruit production will occur. Pruning plays a crucial role in maximizing your vertical harvest. You'll want to remove any suckers that develop in the leaf joints below the first flowers, since these early shoots drain energy without producing fruit. Once your main vine reaches the top of the trellis, go ahead and pinch out the growing tip to encourage more lateral branching and prevent the plant from becoming, top-heavy. Here's where most gardeners miss a massive opportunity to boost their harvest. While vertical growing creates ideal conditions for natural pollination, taking just a few minutes each morning for hand pollination can increase your fruit set by 50% or more. This simple technique makes sure that every female flower has the best chance of developing into a full-size cucumber. Early morning between 6 and 10 a.m. is prime time for hand pollination, when both male and female flowers are fully open and the pollen is most viable. You'll easily spot male flowers by their thin stems and those prominent stamens covered in yellow pollen. Female flowers, on the other hand, have tiny cucumber-shaped swellings at their base and sticky stigmas right in the center. Just use a small, soft paintbrush or even a cotton swab to transfer pollen from male flowers to the stigmas of female flowers. One male flower can pollinate multiple females, so don't hesitate to use each male flower generously. This process only takes seconds per flower, but it dramatically improves fruit development, especially during periods of low bee activity or in areas where pollinator populations are declining. Vertical cucumber growing requires consistent but minimal maintenance that pays huge dividends. Check your plants every few days to ensure stems are properly supported and haven't outgrown their ties. As fruits develop, they'll hang naturally from the vines, growing straighter and cleaner than ground-grown cucumbers that often develop curves and blemishes from resting on soil. Water management becomes easier with vertical growing since you can direct water to the root zone without wetting the foliage. Install drip irrigation or soaker hoses at the base of your trellis for the most efficient watering system. Mulch heavily around the base of plants to conserve moisture and suppress weeds, but keep mulch several inches away from the stems to prevent pest problems. Harvest frequently to keep plants producing prolifically. Pick cucumbers when they're 6 to 8 inches long for slicing varieties or, a bit smaller for pickling types. Daily harvesting during peak season prevents fruits from becoming oversized and bitter, while signaling the plant to continue producing new flowers and fruits. The vertical trellis method transforms cucumber growing from a space-hungry, problem-prone endeavor into an efficient, productive system that any gardener can master. By working with your plant's natural climbing tendency and adding the simple step of hand pollination, you're creating conditions that naturally double or even triple your harvest while reducing disease pressure and pest problems. This technique works equally well in small urban gardens and expansive rural plots, making it perfect for gardeners dealing with space limitations or simply wanting to maximize their cucumber production. The investment in trellis materials pays for itself many times over in increased harvest, reduced plant losses, and, honestly, the pure satisfaction of growing clean, healthy cucumbers all season long. Ready to revolutionize your cucumber harvest? Don't forget to subscribe to the Smart Garden channel and share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to take their growing game to the next level. Your vertical cucumber adventure starts now.